Welcome, radiant souls, whether you're a long-standing lion of this celestial pride or a curious cub just stumbling into the magic. You've arrived at Golden Fortune Leo, where astrology isn't just a forecast, it's a full-blown revelation. I say this as someone who's not only spent decades decoding star charts, but who has studied human behavior, spiritual psychology, and just enough Buddhist philosophy to know when the universe is whispering, or smacking us upside the head with a cosmic frying pan. And this week, Leo, you're not being whispered to, you're being summoned. This forecast for June 2nd through the 8th carries an unmistakable frequency, one that shouts divine timing. You know that secret wish you made when no one was watching? The one you barely dared to believe in, because life has taught you a thing or two about disappointment? Well, surprise, it's circling back. It might look suspiciously like one of those too good to be true moments. But darling, it's not a trick. It's a reflection of your growth. And let me be blunt, only the chosen ones get tested like this before the blessings land. The main energy this week comes straight from the 8 of Pentacles and the King of Cups. You've been putting in the real work financially, emotionally, spiritually. Not just building wealth, but building worth. You've traded drama for discipline and craving for clarity. Your challenge? Trusting the return of someone or something that once left you high and dry. Can you open your heart without handing over your crown? That's the question. Now, let's rewind to the beginning of the week. From the jump, you're welcomed in full Leo fashion, big energy, bright vibes, and a touch of theatrical charm. The new moon in Gemini brings with it a rush of mental clarity and the urge to reinvent yourself. Don't be shocked if you wake up wanting bangs, a new business plan, or to politely delete 3/4 of your contacts. It's not chaos, it's alignment. You're not losing your mind. You're finding your frequency. So, whether you're sitting on a velvet throne or just trying to keep your glittery mane intact, trust this, the cosmos doesn't make mistakes. You didn't stumble onto this message. You were divinely scheduled for it. Welcome home. Let's talk about where you are right now, Leo, and I say this with the care of someone who's studied astrology long enough to watch Saturn ruin more first dates than bad Wi-Fi. At the heart of your current transit sits the 8 of Pentacles, a card that doesn't play. This is focus. This is effort. This is you showing up like a lion who's done healing and now wants a mortgage, a stock portfolio, and maybe a Himalayan salt lamp that doesn't remind you of your ex. You're in what I lovingly call build mode. Building your money, your emotional backbone, your inner sanctuary, and let's not forget, rebuilding your trust in yourself. That's no small feat, especially for someone who's been burned by love that started hot and ended ghostly. But wait, because under all this focus, there's a current that's not so easily ignored. Cue the King of Cups. Emotionally deep, spiritually seasoned, possibly lurking in your dreams or your DMS. This person may have been quiet, but they were never gone. They've been marinating in their feelings like a slow-cooked stew. And now? They want to co-create again. Yes, Leo, co-create. A very fancy way of saying, hey, remember me? I might be emotionally stable now. Wanna build something together that doesn't fall apart like IKEA furniture missing half the screws. Flashback time, that connection from your past? It wasn't lukewarm, it was a full-on cosmic spark. Ace of Wands meets Ace of Pentacles is no joke. The fire was real, the potential was solid, and the emotions were pouring faster than a triple-shot espresso on a Monday. But, as many Leo love stories go, somewhere between passionate nights and Pinterest wedding boards, the energy shifted. They pulled back. And you? You were left holding on to hope with both hands while trying not to look like the only one still dancing at the party. So what are you looking for now? Not revenge. Not drama. You're not about that life anymore. What you're craving is justice, not just the card, but the cosmic kind. You want truth, clarity, partnership. You're open to a fresh start, but this time you need it to be real. Mutual effort. No vague texts. No let's see where it goes. If someone's walking into your life now, they better know how to match your energy, not drain it. Because you're not just here for the vibe. You're here for the vision. And you'll walk alone if you must, but let's be real, Leo, you walking alone still looks like a red carpet event. Let's take a moment, Leo, and talk about ghosts, not the ones that rattle chains in the attic, but the kind that once told you they loved your fire, then vanished when it got too warm. Sound familiar? Enter the 6 of Cups and 5 of Pentacles, a combo that screams, "Hi, I messed up, and now I miss you." Someone who walked out or worse, disappeared without so much as a breadcrumb is now circling back with that "hey, stranger" energy. But here's the thing, you're not the same Leo they left behind. That version of you had soft eyes, a generous heart, and maybe just a touch too much faith in people who hadn't earned it. The new you? Let's just say, you've been through the cosmic fire, and honey, you didn't come out burned. You came out gold-plated. Now, I've studied enough astrology and psychology to tell you this isn't random. It's a pattern, especially for chosen ones. You're not just attracting a past connection, you're attracting a spiritual checkpoint. The question is this a soul healing or a karmic pop quiz? Are they coming back to help close a wound or to reopen it with the same dull tools? And then there's the High Priestess. She was always whispering, wasn't she? That feeling in your gut, that nudge during their long silences, that subtle urge to double-check their story. But you were in love. In attachment. In potential. So you turned the volume down. Now, with the Ace of Swords, the truth doesn't just arrive, it shows up loud, proud, and possibly via DM at 2 AM. Isn't that how the universe works? Always in your inbox when you're trying to move on. As for why they pulled away? Oh, sweet Leo, it had nothing to do with your worth and everything to do with theirs. This person wasn't emotionally ready, not for your strength, your light, or the sacred space you offered. You were a lighthouse in their storm, but some people get so used to chaos, they can't trust calm. So they ran. But here's what they didn't realize, lighthouses don't chase ships. They stand. They shine. And they guide. So now they're back or thinking about it. But this time, you're not asking, do they love me? You're asking, does this serve my peace? That, Leo, is the evolution. That's what makes you not just a lion, but a sovereign soul in the year of triumph 2025. Let's not sugarcoat it, Leo, you've evolved. And not in the new haircut, new me kind of way, although, let's be honest, your mane has been looking good lately. I'm talking about real, soul-level growth, the kind that turns heartbreak into discernment and longing into standards. Right now, the cards are loud and clear. The Queen of Wands and King of Cups have shown up again, but the energy has shifted. This time, you're not chasing. You're watching. You're not performing. You're holding court. They don't automatically get a seat at your table anymore, they get an evaluation. And if their vibe feels more like a lesson than a blessing, well, that's a hard pass with a polite nod. Now, I've read for enough Leos to know you're not made of stone. Beneath that regal poise is a heart that still aches for connection, and the cards are validating that. 2 of Cups, 3 of Cups, 5 of Wands. This isn't just reunion energy, it's we've got history, chemistry, and a few unresolved screaming matches energy. But here's the kicker, a second chance must come with second-level effort. You're not interested in reruns of emotionally lazy behavior. If peace is the price, the reunion isn't worth the ticket. And speaking of dreams, let's talk about what you're truly craving now. The 4 of Wands and the Moon say it all, you want the real deal. You want stability, partnership, Sunday morning coffee with someone who knows your middle name and your moon sign. But if it's wrapped in illusions or comes with inconsistent behavior, nope. If they're not helping you lay bricks on this dream of yours, this mega house of healing, joy, and abundance, then they're not getting a key. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Looking ahead, the forecast continues to mature, and so have you. 3 of Wands, King of Swords, 3 of Swords. You're not playing games. If they show up with clarity, accountability, and a plan, maybe you'll listen. But if they come with the same confusion that broke your heart before, you'll walk. Not with anger but with peace. And that, my dear Leo, is the final stage of emotional mastery, cutting cords not to hurt them, but to honor yourself. This is the path of the chosen ones, especially in the year of triumph 2025. You're not just attracting love, you're re-attracting mirrors. So make sure what's reflected back is worthy of your light. Let's take a deep breath, Leo, because the universe is about to slide into your messages like it never ghosted you in the first place. That call, that text, that unexpected truth you half hoped for and half rolled your eyes at, it's coming. And this time, the energy is different. We've got the Lovers and 8 of Wands on the table, cards that speak of rapid-fire connection and a heart-level conversation that's been long overdue. But here's the thing, just because they're finally getting serious doesn't mean you have to say yes. Remember, your energy is sacred now. You're not rolling out the red carpet for someone who once made you feel like an option. Let's keep it real, don't treat them like a celebrity if they only ever treated you like a fan. Now, enter the Hermit, the wise monk of the tarot deck. This card is a reminder that solitude isn't loneliness, it's luxury. It's you, sipping your coffee in peace, knowing your rent is paid, your plants are thriving, and your nervous system isn't in a panic spiral. You've got 9 of Cups and 9 of Pentacles here, which tells me you've built a life on your own that's beautiful, abundant, and emotionally whole. You've turned your pain into presence. And Buddha would agree, peace is the ultimate currency. So if someone's coming back and they're not feeding your joy, your money, or your serenity, politely exit the chat. You're not trading all this inner zen for a recycled love plot line. The advice this week couldn't be clearer. Queen of Wands, 4 of Swords, you've done the healing. You've done the spiritual squats, the shadow work, the late night journaling with tears and turmeric tea. Now, your standards aren't just boundaries, they're bouncers. No one gets back into your heart without meeting the criteria. And if someone dares to return, they better bring growth, clarity, and an apology that sounds like it went through at least 3 drafts. Then comes your Oracle message, card 40, co-create. This connection, whether it blooms or breaks, was never a waste. It held up a mirror and said, "Look at you." It woke something in you that wasn't just about romance. It was about purpose, about self-recognition, about remembering the artist within, the one ready to build something lasting. Maybe with them, maybe without, but always with you at the center. And now, the final curtain call. Let me be blunt, Leo, you're unforgettable. In the boardroom, in the bedroom, in the way you laugh, the way you lead, the way you light up a room just by entering it. You are not too much. You are exactly enough, and anyone who made you question that, fumbled. Twice. But not again. Because now you know, you're not too good to be true. You're just real. You're radiant. And you're rising. So here's my final word, from one Leo to another, this isn't just about love. This is about identity. This whole journey, every twist, every tear, every unexpected return has been a mirror. And what it's showing you now, in this year of triumph 2025, is that the real glow up. It was never external. It's the way you know your worth without needing anyone else to validate it. It's the way you can love fully but still walk away if it costs your peace. It's the way you've learned to live in your power, not just shine for others, but burn with purpose. So let them come. Let them speak. Let the confessions pour in. But always remember, Leo, you are the sun. And even the moon waits for your light to rise. Now, if this reading resonated with you, if it stirred something real in that brilliant heart of yours, don't keep it to yourself. Hit that like button, share this message with your fellow lions, and subscribe to Golden Fortune Leo. This is your cosmic pride, your sanctuary, your place to return when the world forgets who you really are. I'll be right here serving wisdom, slaying delusion, and cheering you on every step of the way.